Hey, what's up guys, it's Akshay from AS Learning, and today in this video we'll be seeing sentiment analysis using Distilbert. So majorly this video is about leveraging transformer architecture and leveraging the transformer library of Hugging Face, and then try to do text classification into two sentiments are positive and negative. Okay, and we'll be seeing this sentiment analysis pipeline of transformers into much depth. Okay, so it won't be just running the code, but it will be into somewhat depth. Okay, so let's first try to get a brief about what transformers are. I'll introduce to the audience what transformer is. Okay, so if you know somewhat about deep learning, you must have seen ANNs, then we have CNNs and RNNs. So it was a sequential based architecture. Then researchers at different universities and big companies, they tried to build more complex models. Okay, and hence the encoder decoder based transformer architecture was introduced. Okay, so transformer in short are encoder decoder based complex neural networks which have helped humans to achieve state of the art accuracy in many of the human tasks. Okay, yeah, so going to the first block, transformer provides APIs to easily download and train state of the art pre-trained models. Yes, so these big companies and universities, they have trained models. Okay, they have trained models on lots of data on in their PhDs and into their MSTCs, and then if they have achieved a state of the art accuracy, then they have open sourced it. Okay, and similarly many of the open source models of different tech companies and universities are available at in the transformer package of Hugging Face. So we'll take a glimpse of the different models which we have. So this is the Hugging Face main landing page, and yeah, if you can see, we have Facebook AI, then we have Google AI, we have Amazon, we have Microsoft, so all the big companies. Then we have big universities like Stanford, CMU, everyone. Okay, and if you just go in the models, so yeah, you can see lots of models in different areas and which have been open sourced by different companies. So we can see OpenAI, then we have Distilbert of Google, then we have GPT-2 of OpenAI again, and similarly all these models are open source. Then you can see your Microsoft's model also. Okay, all these models are open sourced and can be used by the community for the respective tasks. Now back to our notebook. So we can use these pre-trained models trained by these big companies and reduce our effort, reduce our computing effort, then our carbon footprint, and save our time from training a model from the scratch. Okay, so what are the different functionalities provided by the transformer package of Hugging Face? You can play with text, images, audio, and all, or it can be multi-model also. So by multi-model, it means having more than one model at the same time. Okay, and accordingly in text you have different kind of use cases like classification, information extraction. You can read it there, and similarly for images, audio, and multi-model also. Okay, so this was in brief what transformer architecture is, and now in this video we'll be seeing about sentiment analysis using Distilbert. Okay, so first we'll install the package. So it's simple, pip install transformers. I recommend you use Collab and take leverage of the free GPUs given to us by Google. Okay, and now I have imported pipeline from transformers. So what is pipeline? Behind this complex code, this complex models, we have a wrapper, we have an abstraction in the form of pipeline. All you have to do is just pass your use case into that pipeline and the typical model will get downloaded. So here in this video, I have not chosen any specific model. I could have chosen a specific model and passed here as a parameter, but because I have just passed the use case, it has downloaded the default package of Distilbert base uncased fine tune SST2 English. So this model has been trained on SST2 dataset. This is basically a Stanford tree bank dataset, and it is trained on English language. Okay, it's fine tuned, it's uncased, and it's distilled. Okay. Now what we will try to see is now by passing this, you have downloaded the model. Okay. Now you have downloaded the model, and we'll go back to what the model is after some time. First we'll see the data set. Okay. So this is what the SST2 model is. Okay. Sorry, the SST2 data set is it is Stanford sentiment tree bank corpus. Okay. And it was introduced by Pangley. They curated it, and it was tagged by 3 human judges. So the tag, whether it is positive or negative, it was humanly tagged by 3 human judges, and it says that it took into consideration some movie reviews, and out of those, by using Stanford's parser, it took out around 2,15,154 unique phrases. Okay, and hence the SST2 data set was created. Now here the data set is in this format. You have index, you have the sentence, and you have the label, whether it is positive or whether it is negative. Okay, so 0 stands for negative and 1 stands for positive. Okay, and IDX here is the index ID. Okay, so this is the splitting done, and this was the train set, the validation set, and the testing set. Interestingly, if you will see here, not a lot of sentences were shown to this model, but still the results are remarkably well. So it shows the power of the architecture and the transform architecture, that within this short sentences of around 70,000, still the accuracy achieved was really good. Okay, so let's see what was the accuracy achieved here. So the model achieved an accuracy of 91.3%. Okay, and you can compare it with normal BERT, which achieved an accuracy of 92.7. Okay, so it is really good. If you can see the hyperparameters, the number of train epochs were just 3. The sequence length was 128, warm up was 600, batch size was 32, and the learning rate was also 10 to the power minus 5. Okay, here you have an hosted API where you can pass the sentence and check the output. Okay, okay, fine. I'll do one thing. I'll pass something. Let's say I like mangoes. Seems to be a positive sentiment, so I'll compute it. Yes, you can see that the negative score is very low and the positive score is very high. So this is how the JSON output is. Okay, if you want to leverage this API into any backend framework, so this is how the JSON output you will be getting by passing this input. Let's take one example of negative sentiments. So let's just say I hate mangoes. Okay, yeah, so now you can see that the negative score is very high and the positive score is less, and this is how the output is. Okay, this is the data set on which it was trained. Then these are the different use cases where this model is being used. You can see that it is being used in various use cases like fake news classifier, then call sentiment block, speech text analysis. So these are all the examples of multi-model analysis, where one model is being used into some other use case, and how two models can be used and give us a better output. Okay, now we'll see about what this is. Okay, this is a very interesting thing, and when I read this, even I found this very interesting. So this shows about the bias which is there in the model. Now what these guys did was they passed a sentence: this film was filmed in, with the country name. Okay, if it was India, then USA, Afghanistan, and interestingly what they found was for France the score was 0.89, but for Afghanistan it was 0.08. So it shows that the same sentence has bias with respect to countries, and someone did a very beautiful plot of the bias around the entire world, and this is how it is. So moral of the story is this, that you cannot use this model for all the people of the entire world. If that is the case, then maybe you will have to tweak the model, or you might have to use some another model, but this model cannot be used for all the people around the world. This model is not trained for every one of them, and it makes sense because even the data set was less. It was just 70,000 rows. So maybe if you show it more data set curated from all around the world, this problem will definitely go away. Okay, now we have seen about the model, we have seen the hosted API, we have seen about the data set. Now let's go back to our notebook and see the Python code. Okay, so we have downloaded our model here. Okay, I have taken 3 sentences, very simple sentences. I am neutral, I am negative, and I am positive. Okay, so when I passed I am neutral, it tagged it as negative, and even the score was 0.9988. This actually was a bit surprise to me, that how can I am neutral have such a high score of being negative. Okay, then when it was I'm negative, it made sense. The label was negative and score was high, and when it was I'm positive, it was positive and the score was high. Okay, this seems still to be a bit of surprise to me. Okay, so that's it with this, guys. We saw what transform architecture were. We had a brief about Distilbert, then we saw the data set, then we saw the hosted API, we also saw the Python code. Okay, and that was with this. If you want to have this notebook, it is shared it is shared on my GitHub. Go there. I have shared so many notebooks, and if you like the content, just give me a small star on GitHub. It would be really helpful. And yeah, do check other videos on AS Learning also. Subscribe, like, and stay tuned to AS for more such amazing tech stuff. Take care, peace out, have a good day.